Why do Europeans constantly expand their land? Why did the revolutionary advancements in technology, the age of exploration, and the sparks of the Industrial Revolution mostly originate from Europe? Why are they so good at conquest and innovation? Don't worry, the answer was foreshadowed long ago in the book of Genesis, Noah's blessings and curses upon his 3 sons. Today, we will re-examine the origins and destinations of various peoples from the perspective of ancient Israelites. The ancient Israelites said that after the Great Flood, Noah's family of 8 restarted a new era for all humanity. Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, became the ancestors of all the peoples of the world. But do you know? In them, not only the origins of nations are hidden, but also clues to the fate of various peoples. First, let's talk about Ham. Noah's son Ham angered Noah, and as a result, Noah cursed Ham's son Canaan, saying, "Canaan shall be cursed. He shall be a servant of servants to his brothers." This sounds very cruel, but it is like a thrown prophetic coin slowly spinning on the surface of history. The descendants of Ham are mainly distributed in Africa and the ancient land of Canaan, which is today's Middle East. They created early civilizations such as Egypt, Canaan, and ancient African kingdoms, but later faced frequent conquests, becoming objects of slavery, colonies, and resource plunder. And what about Shem? Noah said to Shem, "The Lord, Shem's God, be praised." Shem's descendants are mainly peoples of the Middle East and Asia, including the Hebrews, Assyrians, Arabs, and even many East Asian nations can be seen as distant branches of Shem. The Shemite peoples are carriers of spiritual civilization. The 3 major monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, all originate from Shem. In other words, the seeds of faith were sown by Shem. Unlike Japheth, who gained fame through iron and ships, they left the deepest marks in human thought, writing, and religion. Finally, it is Japheth. Noah said, "May God enlarge Japheth and dwell in the tents of Shem." Do you understand? Enlarge is the key word. Dwell in the tents of Shem means that they will leverage the culture and faith of the Semitic people to carry out colonization and domination worldwide. The descendants of Japheth include various European nations, Greece, Rome, the Germans, Slavs, etc., who later crossed the oceans and became today's white people in America and Australia. Several technological revolutions, the Enlightenment, the age of naval power, the global trade system, modern state governance, and more have taken place. They have not only expanded geographically, but also dominated politically, culturally, technologically, and linguistically. Noah said they would expand, and indeed they truly did expand. But now the question arises, is the fate of these 3 races predetermined? Is it God's favoritism, or do they each make different choices? Let's look at their respective achievements. The descendants of Ham created ancient Egypt, Phoenicia, and Nubia, but also endured the most slavery and colonization. They mainly relied on agriculture. The descendants of Shem preserved the Creator's faith tradition, serving as channels for prophets, scriptures, and revelations. The descendants of Japheth expanded these civilizations' technologies and faith logic to every corner of the world, and through phonetic writing, logical deduction, democracy, and science, formed today's modern system. Even the development of writing echoes this structure. In Shem's land, the Sumerians of Mesopotamia used cuneiform to record the earliest human history. The Semitic peoples developed hieroglyphs and alphabets in Egypt and Phoenicia. Ultimately, the Greeks of Japheth abstracted phonetic writing, making cultural dissemination possible. Civilization is not an island, it is a torch passed on. The fate of Noah's 3 sons was never disconnected. They are a continuous chain. The spirituality of the Shining Clan provides direction. The land of the Ham clan buries resources, and the strength of the Japheth clan brings dissemination. Indispensable. So what about us? Have you ever thought about which tribe you belong to? Do you resemble the calmness and landiness of Shem, or the conquering desire of Japheth? Noah's prophecy is not an end, but an invitation. An invitation for us to reflect together on where we come from and where we are headed. I am Angus, and I welcome you to share your thoughts in the comments. The next episode will feature a great figure who changed the course of history, appearing as a descendant in all 3 major religions. See you in the next episode, Josephus Jewish History. Hope you continue to enjoy. Bye-bye.